Welcome to this tutorial on Pod DNS configuration in Kubernetes. In this video, we'll explore how to customize DNS settings for individual pods. DNS, or Domain Name System, is crucial for allowing pods to discover and communicate with services using human-readable names instead of IP addresses. By the end of this tutorial, you'll understand how to override the default DNS behavior and configure custom DNS settings tailored to your specific requirements. Let's start by understanding why you might need to customize DNS configuration for your pods. There are several important use cases. First, you may want to use custom name servers for specific services, especially when integrating with external DNS infrastructure. Second, you can add custom search domains to simplify DNS resolution by allowing shorter hostname lookups. Third, you can override the default DNS behavior on a per-pod basis, giving you fine-grained control over how each pod resolves domain names. Finally, customizing DNS is essential when you need to integrate your Kubernetes cluster with external DNS infrastructure, such as corporate DNS servers or hybrid cloud environments. Kubernetes provides 4 different DNS policy types that control how pods resolve DNS queries. The default policy makes the pod inherit DNS configuration from the node it runs on. ClusterFirst, which is the most commonly used policy, directs the pod to use the cluster's DNS service first and falls back to the node's DNS if needed. ClusterFirstWithHostNet is a variant designed specifically for pods that use host networking, ensuring they still prioritize cluster DNS resolution. Finally, the none policy ignores all default DNS settings and requires you to provide a complete custom DNS configuration using the dnsConfig field. This gives you full control over DNS resolution. When customizing DNS settings, you'll work with the dnsConfig field, which has 3 main components. The nameservers field accepts a list of DNS server IP addresses that will be used to resolve domain names. You can specify up to 3 IP addresses. The searches field contains a list of DNS search domains that are appended to unqualified hostnames during lookups, making it easier to resolve short names. The options field allows you to set additional DNS resolver settings, such as timeout values and query behavior parameters. These 3 fields work together to give you complete control over your pod's DNS resolution process. Let's look at a basic example of customizing DNS settings. In this pod specification, we set the DNS policy to none, which means we're completely overriding the default DNS configuration. Then, in the dnsConfig section, we specify nameservers with 2 public DNS servers, 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4, which are Google's public DNS servers. When this pod is created, it will use only these nameservers for DNS resolution, ignoring any cluster or node-level DNS settings. This is useful when you need your pod to use specific external DNS servers. Now let's see how to add search domains to your DNS configuration. In this example, we specify a nameserver at 10.96.0.10, which is typically the cluster DNS service. The searches field contains a list of domain suffixes that will be tried when resolving unqualified hostnames. This includes default.svc.cluster.local for the default namespace, svc.cluster.local for all services, cluster.local for the entire cluster, and example.com for an external domain. When your application tries to resolve a short hostname, Kubernetes will automatically append these search domains in order until it finds a match, making it much easier to reference services without using fully qualified domain names. The options field in dnsConfig allows you to fine-tune DNS resolver behavior. In this example, we configure 3 important options. The ndots option, set to 2, determines how many dots must appear in a hostname before it's considered a fully qualified domain name. The timeout option, set to 3 seconds, controls how long the resolver will wait for a response before timing out. The attempts option, set to 2, specifies how many times the resolver will retry a failed query before giving up. These options directly correspond to settings in the Linux resolve.conf file and can significantly impact DNS resolution performance and reliability. Let's bring everything together with a complete example. Here we set DNS policy to none to have full control, then configure all 3 DNS config fields. We specify 1.1.1.1 as our nameserver, which is Cloudflare's public DNS. We add a custom search domain for my -namespace.svc.cluster.local to enable easy service discovery within our namespace. Finally, we set the ndots option to 5, which is the Kubernetes default. This configuration gives us complete control over DNS resolution while maintaining compatibility with Kubernetes service discovery. This approach is particularly useful in hybrid environments, or when you need precise control over how your pods resolve both internal and external domain names.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.